Okay folks, I still want to talk about this blue that I'm having issues with. I'm not having issues with the paint code for the colour. I know what the paint code is. If you see the aircraft that I'm working on is this one here, the blue segments. The paint code is ANA501 is the paint code I need, okay? Bear that in mind. Right, now if you go into this book from AK, which is a great book for colours for each nation, and you can specify for what you need. Like for instance, if you're looking for German colours, a lot of people know German standard colours were RAL specifications, okay, like here. So these colours you see here are known as RAL 61, 62, 63 and 65, which was the blue underside. That was the German side of it. For the American side of it, they wanted to standardise their version of colours. It states up on this section here. Obviously it wasn't the Royal Air Force that we know today, because the Royal Air Force didn't get established until 1947. So before the war and before the Air Force was established, it was known as Army Air Corps, okay? When the war broke out for the Americans in 1941, it was known as Army Air Force, United States Army Air Force, okay? And then in 1943, before then, they were just using whatever colours they wanted to, but they wanted to standardise their own colour, like the Germans and stuff. So in 1943 they introduced the NAN colours, is what I need for on this blue and stuff. So NAN stands for Army and Navy Air Force. Oh, sorry, Army and Navy Aircraft. Okay, NAN colours. If I go to this page, which is 127 in the book, see this aircraft down the bottom? You see this blue segment on this aircraft? This squadron of aircraft is the same squadron as the one I'm currently building. So in 1944 and before that slightly, they were given the Razorback aircraft, okay? So it's the 19th Fighter Squadron, 318th Fighter Group, okay? They had the Razorbacks, and they continued with their blue with their newer aircraft, which is the P-47N, which they got given in spring 1945 and onwards. So they continued with their blue, and you see this blue is quite dark. Bear that in mind, okay? Okay, now the colour I'm referring to is ANA501, which is the blue I need, okay? It refers down here, type ANA501 was known as light blue, or known as Terra Blue, and supplied to paint code FS15102, okay? Federal Standard colours as well. So they had paint code and the federal standards. It's based on the same thing, so two numbers make up the same paint code, okay? And then obviously if you want the green, which is up here, the NAN 503 was known as federal standard 14187, okay? And then you just read it through the book. This is a great book, I highly recommend this. So bear that in mind, I still need this blue, okay? Now, if you look at this spray and this spray, this is Hataka's blue, this is a Tamiya's mix. Now, the NAN 501 blue is what I need, is what Hataka do, their variant of it, okay? This is what it looks like when it's sprayed. It's a nice blue, it's a little light for what I need. Now, if you look at this P-51 Mustang, blue nose, okay, is the same colour. That is a little bit darker. Bear that in mind, okay? So I don't think this is correct. Now, Tamiya made a kit with Blue Nose, and their paint call out wasn't Hataka or anything, or Tamiya, because Tamiya don't do the blue, and they call out for a mix, which is what you see here, which is 50-50 mix of X4 and XF8. okay, so one is a gloss blue and one is a flat blue, and when it's mixed together it becomes this type of blue. Okay, bear that in mind. Now remember the colour. I remember I said remember about this colour on this aircraft. This blue is the same colour as what I need, same as the P-51 Mustang Blue Nose, okay, which is Hataka's version and Tamiya's, and Tamiya did a colour mix, and I think theirs is closer than Tamiya. This is the reason why, and this is why I'm going to go with the Tamiya over Hataka, and I think this looks better than this. I could be just completely wrong on this, and I wouldn't get hung up on colours too much, but this is a little theory and a little experiment I've been doing. You see this image here? This image is a real colour from World War II, so that colour does not look like that. This colour doesn't look like that, but this is a closer match than this. Why? Because I have a program that allows you to have normal photographs when taken, and when you take them, and you can make them vintage to World War II type of image like you see here. So when I took a picture of these two spoons and I converted it into a vintage colour, this got washed out and it went almost a very light blue white. This started to get darker like this, if you see on this image here right now. Now if I go back to the original shot and now go back to the conversion, you see this colour is much darker. Now also, if I call up the P-51 Mustang Blue Nose, which you see, which is today, aircraft flying around today, is quite a dark blue. Now what happens when I put that through the vintage colour mode of World War II? That blue becomes really dark. Now I think this blue looks like this blue here and this blue here, so I'm going to go with this over the Hataka. Could be completely wrong on that. Tell me what you think, what I should do, or if you have any suggestions. And it's just a theory, and I wish more manufacturers would delve into these quite obscure colours, maybe, just to get them right. I know there's only two manufacturers that I know of that do the colours. Is Hataka, which I think is wrong, and I know MRP do a blue, ANA501. Is it 501? Yeah, 501. So I can't say what theirs is like. So comment down in this comment down below and tell me what you think.